funny that I'm talking about this person right now because he is in some trouble. How many of y'all heard about Mr. Nelly and some other, rap performers performing at one of the events for the inauguration of 47? Did y'all hear about it? Was Nelly, Snoop Dogg, Soulja Boy, Rick Ross, and I forget who else, but they all performed at something called the Crypto Ball. Um, you know, and it's an event that is to celebrate the Grand Cheeto coming back into office. Anyway, and he's catching a lot of flack for that. I actually heard on the radio today. See, this is why you got to because of Nelly's performing at the inauguration event, the Crypto Ball, some person who runs an Ashanti fan website basically said that's dead now. Ashanti let her man go out and perform at this Crypto Ball for the Grand Cheeto. This Ashanti fan website is dead, right? So he's affecting Ashanti's, public perception right now. But anyway, that's besides the point. Aside from making the poor decision to perform at the Crypto Ball, Nelly is being sued by a former bandmate. How many of y'all remember the group, the Saint Lunatics? If you remember the group, the Saint Lunatics, put STL in the comment box. When Nelly came out, and I'm not going to even lie, I was a big Nelly fan when he came out. I thought he was so cute. When Nelly came out, of course, when these rappers come out, they try and bring, their group of friends up with them. And he had a group of rapping friends who they call themselves as a group, the Saint Lunatics, one of whom was called Murphy Lee. Murphy Lee actually released an album. Now, how many of y'all remember the name of Nelly's smash hit song that, just catapulted him to the top? If you remember the name of Nelly's first hit, what brought him to the scene, because I was a freshman in college, and I remember seeing him on the screen. I was like, "Ooh, you fine." It was called Country Grammar. I'm going down, down, baby, your street in a Range Rover street sweep, baby, ready to let it go, shimmy, shimmy. I listened to that song way too many times. Anyway, so Country Grammar, it was a big hit. But apparently Nelly was there has been some dispute over the years over who actually wrote the song. And currently Murphy Lee, who was his former bandmate in the Saint Lunatics, is suing Nelly for rights because he said he wrote part of Country Grammar. Now, Nelly says that, they discussed this years ago, and he had told him, or Murphy Lee, rather, I should say. Murphy Lee said that when the song came out, they talked about writing credits and that, and essentially Nelly was like, we're going to take care of it down the line. Nelly says that never happened. He says he wrote the song. He don't owe anybody anything, and they settled it way back then, and he wants the case dismissed, and he wants Murphy Lee's lawyers sanctioned because he says even if there was copyright infringement, that was way, way long ago. My Country Grammar came out. So if I was a freshman in college, so it came out in like 2000. It came out like 25 years ago, right? So Murphy Lee, obviously, the copyright infringement has passed. It's gone past the expiration date. And guys, this is a prime example why when you're working with people that you are close to, it's especially important to have contracts, because we don't know what was happening. It was probably some case of, they're just sitting around, bumming around, writing some lyrics and like, oh, do this, do this, do this. And they're thinking, oh, and they're like, oh, if this blows up, I'm definitely gonna, clue you in. But no, it's not just, a bet. Right? You need to put this on paper, because if this does blow up, somebody's going to want to get paid. Murphy Lee probably felt like, okay, that's my boy, he's going to take care of me. But, when's the last time Nelly came out with a hit? Okay. Let alone just a song in general. What is the last song Nelly came out with? So the money's not coming in like that. Neither are the royalties for Country Grammar, right? So Nelly doesn't really have an incentive to battle this out, which is why he wants to dismiss. And it's probably why he performed at the crypto ball, because he's Shanti's the breadwinner in that relationship. But Murphy did this situation right here. I remember him and his homeboys in the videos, all hugged up. Y'all were a team. Now it's like 25 years later, and y'all are taking each other to court because you did not write it down on paper. This is why I do not care who it is. It could be your childhood best friend, the love of your life, your high school sweetheart, your mentor who brought you up out the mud. Whoever it is, if you value that relationship, and you're going into a financial endeavor, you're going to write it down on paper. I don't know how many ways I can say this, right? Because I'm sure they all came up out the mud together, and when they saw Nelly catapulting, they're like, oh yeah, we going. And that's not to say Nelly probably didn't help them, right? But there may have been things that were supposed to have been given over in terms of rights that weren't, because there were no contracts. Because apparently the other Saint Lunatics members at one point tried to sue Nelly as well, but then changed their minds for some reason. I didn't find out why. But either way, if you are going into business with anyone who you care about or don't care about, whoever you're going into business with, you need to write these things down on paper. All right. Yes. Okay.